Hey under construction family, welcome back to the channel for another video. We are talking labor costs in this week's video, from clearing the land all the way to putting on your roof. So let's get started. To clear your land using a backhoe, that will cost you 20,000 Jamaican dollars per hour. The price you eventually pay in full will depend on how long the backhoe man take to clear your land, and of course that depends on the type of land, the state of the land, how quickly the backhoe man works, and of course your presence on the work site, because trust me, that can have impact. After your land is cleared, you will need to start lining out the foundation. According to checks made as recently as yesterday, May 4, the cost currently for lining out a foundation is 75,000 Jamaican dollars. This cost can vary depending on the parish, the workman, as well as the size of your property. If you've gotten this far into the video and you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, let me give you a couple seconds and you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Under Construction family and let's continue this journey of building our dream house right here in Jamaica. Now back to money talks. Now that we have lined out the house, let's dig the foundation. To do so manually, it is $300 to $700 per foot. This depends on the nature of the soil. What the man them go digging, it could be stony soil, sandy soil, whatever type of soil, it will impact the cost. The stonier the soil, the higher the price is going to be. The backhoe price remains the same as $20,000 per hour to dig the foundation. Now we go into the steelwork. This is priced per ton, 100,000 Jamaican dollars per ton to be exact. There's an additional cost per dozen for the stirrups as well as the links. This was definitely new information for me because we never knew about this when we were doing that part of our foundation, but we live and we learn. So per dozen stirrup, 1,600 Jamaican dollars, and per dozen links, 800 Jamaican dollars. Share your thoughts in the comments down below and let us know what you think about this whole links versus stirrup versus per ton matter. First, me hear about that, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the issue. Now, let's talk foundation. You can either do this using manpower or manual labor, or you can utilize the services of one of those pre-mixed company. In this video, we'll be focusing on manual labor solely. We have a whole video on the channel discussing the cost of using a pre-mix company to do the casting of the foundation. So you can go ahead and watch that. It's actually linked here and in the descriptions. But back to manual labor costs. Our investigations revealed that it's currently going at 1,500 Jamaican dollars per foot. Now, after we have done with the foundation, it's time to move on to the block work. You can either do this using job work or you can do it by 100 blocks. We have done both and we found that it's cheaper to do it by 100 blocks. The current rate ranges between 15,000 Jamaican dollars and 18,000 Jamaican dollars. Again, you can expect some variations in the prices depending on the parish you are from, as well as whether or not you choose to use a single builder or you hire a company who offers you a contract and other related services. As the block work is going on, the columns must also go up, as to the lintel and the belting. Our checks revealed that there is a charge per foot for all three of these. For the columns, it is $2,400 per foot. For the belting and the lintel, it is $400 per foot. I don't know why it is different, but there is a difference between all three. We are now at the stage of the construction process where a decision must be made. Are we going to slab the roof, or are we going to put on one of those fancy roofs like the clay tiles that we had to use? Yeah, I know it's not the most modern, but based on where you live, there are certain things that you just have to do. So slab it or roof it. If you slab it, it is going to be far cheaper. Our checks revealed that this is done per square feet, and it's 20,000 Jamaican dollars per square feet. So of course, the total cost of your roofing project will depend on the size of your slab roof in the first place. During the process of building our dream house, we learned that builders charge a separate rate for door jambs and window jambs. I was surprised because as far as I'm concerned, it's all a part of the rough casting and rendering process. But according to our builder, former builder, the rates are quite different. There is a charge per feet for the window jambs and the door jambs. Surprisingly, the rates are similar. It ranges between 600 to 650 Jamaican dollars per feet for both window jambs and door jambs. Rough casting and rendering are both done per square yard. Interesting, the amount of different measuring units that I had to learn for the building process. But rough casting per square yard is $1,000 per square yard. So you know the final cost will depend on the measurement of each wall, the entire house itself. So the smaller your house is, the cheaper the overall cost will be for rough casting. The bigger the house is, the more money you're going to pay. For rendering, it is 1,200 Jamaican dollars. So similarly, the final cost to render your house will depend on the total square yard of your walls or the house itself. If you are desirous of rendering or flashing up your interior ceiling, the price range is similar. It's also $1,000 per square yard to flash or rough cast the ceiling, and to render it, it's $1,200 per square yard. Of course, things may vary depending on the fanciness of the design in your roof. I've seen some designs these days. I can imagine the builders are charging according to these designs. But let us continue. Flooring is also done per square yard. That is the casting of the floor. And according to our checks, it is 800 Jamaican dollars to 1,000 Jamaican dollars per square yard to cast your floor. Again, this depends largely on the parish you are working in, the builder you are using, be it a single builder who hires his workman per day, or a company that sends you a contractor and has to pay 50 different staff members to complete one single house. We're almost at the end of another video, and if you have gotten this far into the video and you're still not subscribed yet, you still have like a bit of time, go and go hit that subscribe button so that you can get constant updates, because coming up shortly we will have interviews with different professionals, including plumbers, electricians, painters, drywall people, the whole gamut of professionals who will give you all the information you need in the building process, charges, material list, every single thing. So if you want content like that, this is the place to come every Sunday to get all the details. So remember, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and we will see you again in another video. Until then, continue to catch up on the content on this channel, and we'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Walk good. Bye.